Welcome builders, Andyisyoda here. Welcome to another brand new kingdom on my channel. We're starting in a water world. We're putting down some land and then we're expanding in any direction we feel like it. Big shout out to anyone who's watching on my Twitch channel when I started this. Twitch.tv/Andyisyoda. Come and see the live builds. It's going to be a park to start with. A tranquil place you could hang out, enjoy the scenery, the greenery, the trees, the flowers. Maybe a little market we can add in. So I've got canals, waterways, bridges, palm trees, some nice flowers, and we're going to also add in a little chill market. But I really want to get onto the main build today, and that's going to be a library build. It's going to be kind of a let's buildy episode where I go off and keep building extra bits and then keep coming back and showing you the progress with the library. So the library is going to be up on this big sort of plinth or platform, and you know, you can still go to the park, you can still hang out even if it's raining, because you can just go into the library. What do you think so far? How should we expand this kingdom? So it's time to build the library. I've made this little circle here. That's going to be the main area of the library. I think I want the front to come out a little bit as well, though. Something like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that would be good. And then bring this along just to make a nice entrance to the library. And then possibly like carve a door there. Maybe have like an entrance lobby. Maybe somewhere you would check the tickets or return books or something. I don't know. I've not been in the library for ages. Has anyone been in the library here in the chat? I've not been in the library for a long time. I used to go all the time as a kid. I want to stack this up a bit higher, and that immediately gives us... Why didn't you stack up? Why didn't this bit stack up? Maybe I didn't select it. There we go. So that could be the basis of our library. Now, what we're going to make it out of, probably go for something chill like sandstone, I think. So let's see if we can plan this. What if we had pretty much anything for the bottom row? Maybe if we covered this up all the way around, that would kind of make it look more anchored into the ground. Love that. That would go all the way around like that. We're just kind of planning the colors so far. I want a nice big dome on this library. Maybe a couple of floors would be really, really cool as well. But let's just plan out some materials. I think maybe some cut sandstone at this level would be really cool all the way around. The rest of this thing could probably be made of just smooth sandstone. Probably near enough all of it. We will carve some windows in places as well. Let's see. Probably I want to decorate it as well with some chiseled sandstone as well. So maybe we could have chiseled going all the way around like that, and you could just wrap this all the way around the building. Do you know what would be quite good is if we had kind of a bulbous bit sticking out on top of this as well. Something, let me see, something that came up maybe about 3 blocks like that, and we could put some windows in there, and that would actually start to bring light down and into the library. If we could, like here, you could have a window, or maybe some windows here would make sense. Let's get this planned. So if this came up like this all the way around, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you've rejoined me as I'm just finishing off putting on these upside down stairs. Beautiful. All over the whole build. Loving that so far. Woohoo! And I haven't done any more of this, so I guess this really just needs to come round the whole build. Something like this. This will give us an upper floor here, probably somewhere we could put some stairs in there, hopefully, to climb up the whole build. And this just needs to come around the whole way like this. Oh my goodness. What a lot of work. Well, does it look like a library yet? Not sure. Inside it's got a really nice space, and this is kind of making like an automatic little shelf, isn't it, where we could actually get another level of books. So that's pretty cool. Let's decide on where to put some windows. So probably we'll have a couple of windows there. That's probably all we need on that side. On this one here, I guess this splits it up into window, window, window. and that would be the same on that side and on the back side as well. Let's pop these in like this, and this will just give us a little window surrounds. Now, copper. We are going to have a lot of copper in this build, I think, and copper trapdoors are going to make some beautiful windows, so they need to be done all the way around as well. Same here. Now, do you know what I don't like? Is the way that this cut sandstone kind of interferes with the window. I think that would be better. Just leave the cut sandstone off like that. And there we go. That's pretty cool. We need some windows up here as well. And again, I'm just going to go for 3 windows, I think. 1, 2, 3. To balance the 3 windows we've got underneath. That, to me, makes a good deal of sense. Waxed, chiseled copper. What if that was all the way through the build? All the way through, all the way through, all the way along. That would look really good, that stripe, I think. There we go, we have some nice windowage all the way around. Do you know what would be good as well? Maybe a little, just a little smidgen of detail in places like that would just help to break up this big bit of wall like that. Yeah, love that. So that's going to be done all the way around. Here too. Just as I looked at that wall, I thought, no. A little bit plain. Okay, that's cool. Let's maybe think about books on the inside. Oh, by the way, off camera, I've also installed these things. I love it. Oxidized copper bulbs. I've never used them before. I kind of got a little excited. We need some books. So we want one more row coming out. No, I think that's looking pretty smart right there. Do you know what would be quite cool is if we had a bit more lighting in the corner as well, so we could use these beautiful blocks. I love them. Awesome. Oxidized copper bulb. So we need to spread these books all the way around the whole build. So I'll do that all the way around. What about up top? We kind of need more books up here as well. Probably just 3 rows of books up top, I would have thought. So that goes all the way around as well. We're also going to need some, like another little bit of a platform up here as well. Now I've got pale oak. I decided to use this because I haven't used it before. That's pretty much the only reason. Oh, you need to go along there a bit like that. Join up. Yeah, who's built with pale oak before? I hadn't actually built with pale oak before, so kind of excited to do that. What are we going to do here? We're going to have a kind of a walkway coming across, probably something like that is pretty smart. Just bring this round. Alright, I got some work to do off camera. I think we need to put some stairs in as well to climb up kind of to this level. So maybe we could have some stairs round about here. Would this bring us up to a good level? I think it probably would. Something like that would be the stairs. So let me tidy up the stairs. I think I'll also put in some nice comfortable chairs as well for people to sit on, and then we maybe need a little kind of a place in the middle where we can take and check our books out. Oops, I'm covering up some lights, never mind. A little spot in the middle where you could come in and talk to the librarians and say, hey, you gave me the wrong book, or whatever. Do you get complaints in libraries? Alright, let me tidy all that. Okay, after much buildings, this is what we've got so far. A beautiful little walkway all the way around on the upper level. I've tidied up the entrance here as well, so you just come up these stairs right up to this level. A bit of a spruce entrance here. Maybe room for a little bathroom in there as well, and a little place maybe where you could check in, hang your coats up, or I don't know, or pay your fines. And then first time me using these spruce shelves. Beautiful new block into Minecraft as well. So it's a cozy place, but we need a roof on this. So let's see if we can do this. I've already set a mask, so I'm only going to be doing world edit above where I'm standing. Copper. There it is. And I think 13 is the size of my circle. So that should give us a beautiful roof. I love the roof. How cool is that? Probably want to just take it across here, get rid of this, and just bring this across. I would say something like that. Would that be the right place to bring it across? Something like that. I want it to stick out here for a start. Maybe here would be best. And I want to build up this front window as well. So that's a bit of a job to do. Let's have a look in the inside. It's a little dark. I think we could have another level, and I think we could maybe bring some light in the form of maybe a bit of a cross, maybe a cross a bit higher up, like that. Maybe we could have little windows in there somehow, something like that to bring in a little bit of light. We're going to need another staircase. How can we do that? Tricky. What if we brought a walkway around here and then all the way over to here? Aha, this could work. And do we have some pale oak stairs? Do they even exist? They do exist. What if we had another staircase here going all the way up? See, we want to get rid of all... It's going to need to be here, I think. Get rid of this one here, something like that. A little staircase coming. Ah, look at that. It just works. Joined up thinking. That could come across there. So that would let you access these top levels. And then all we need to do is put in some more books up here. And have ourselves more books to browse. I think that works pretty well. Do you know what? I think we should have a skylight as well. It's kind of dark and dingy up here. So we need a skylight. We also kind of need to think about the front of this build as well. So all I've done at the front here is just bring this out and bring these up. And I think if we add maybe one more layer on top, all the way down like that, and then maybe just finish it off with a really cool block. We've got some cut sandstone, which would just finish things off like that. I think that's really, really cool. And then probably that. And do you know what I've seen? I've seen these little golem statue things. These are really, really cool, and these could sit on the top like that. But I think because we've got this big space here, we could be bringing light into this build. So I think, yeah, I think we need some windows into this build. Something along these lines as well. Little windows coming up like that. So I got my work cut out here, haven't I? Something like this. And then maybe do that and do that. And do we have a bigger one in the middle? Something like that. And then we need some glass. What colour glass? Purple probably would look quite cool. Maybe orange would have been better to match the copper. We've gone with purple. Alright, so I'm going to put in a skylight. I'm going to finish off the front of this. I'm going to extend this walkway all the way around. There's not many rooms in this build. Oh, by the way, I added a little bit of trim at the front as well. There's not that many rooms for staff and things. I wonder... Do you know what would look quite cool is a tower. Can we get a tower in here? Where do we want it? Probably... What about here? Let's try it. So, //HCYL orange 5 wide tower. Something like 27 big. Do I have a G mask on or something? Can I have a... There we go. A nice big tower like that. Let's see what that would look like because that would give us so many rooms. It really would. That would give us loads and loads and loads of rooms. That's very, very cool. So we would have a walkway here. We could come in. We need to get rid of all this. This is our existing building. Right there, it's all cleared out. So we could do that all the way around, and that would give us probably like a private reading room accessible from here as well. And then we would want some windows probably about there and there. So that gives us that beautiful room. Now we have, yeah, I'm going to make another walkway here as well, aren't I? So we want this walkway to come along so you can get access into this room, but that's a little bit too low. So probably we're going to need a couple of stairs, and that would get us into the room. Planning, it's all about planning. That would get us into the room about this high, which would give us maybe a room where they keep books which are kind of rare, maybe not out for public display. And that would mean I can't put a window there, but I could put another window. So we could have another window right here. And then probably somewhere here another room like that. And that would be two rooms, maybe accessible by a ladder up here. You could have another room right here for more rare books, and then another dome on top. Right, I'm going to go off and build this tower, put in some floors, a skylight. I need to duplicate that to the other side. I need to do all this walkway around the outside there. Alright, been very busy. I added this little kind of twiddly bit here on the outside. It just kind of completes the look of the build. I finished the front windows as well. On the inside, it's looking really smart. I've actually added in these waxed copper lanterns hanging down, and I finished this upper level as well. Was I going to have an upper level? I don't know, but not on both sides. I was on this side. So the stairs do come up nicely, and then you get round in here. And let me show you inside the tower. The tower's back to sandstone. We've got a little meeting room in here. Oh, little meeting room in here. Gorgeous. And then when you're up onto this level, you get into the reading room like this. So I've added in some books, and you can access it through here as well. Do I have a door over here? No. Oh, I do have a door. Right, cool. And then if you're at the next level up, this is maybe for staff only. Remember, we had to put in a couple of stairs. This would be where all the rare books are kept, so it's very, very simple. And then up here onto the next level. This is where lots and lots of rare books are kept as well. So all we need to do really is put on a roof onto that. I've got my lantern already, but we haven't done windows on the sides here. So some windows are to be done. So with the windows, I'm thinking of a little platform like that. Maybe just take it in on the sides like that. Make it look a little bit more cute, I guess. Put that in there, and I think some shutters. Now, spruce shelves make, I think, some really cool window shutters, so we're going to go with that on both of these lower windows. We do have some upper windows to look at as well, so let's do the same kind of thing. Boop, 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 and then some more sandstone like that. Let's put these sandstone stairs in here. I was kind of playing about with this earlier on, as you can see here, so I love that. Yeah, that's a design I came up with a little bit earlier on, so I'm just going to show you guys that. There you go. That looks pretty cool. Now, above this, we could do something maybe kind of cool and just bring a little bit of trim around the whole build, like so. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. Above it, should we do something like that? Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Happy with that. Do you know what? I've just thought of one more block as well. Doot, 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 doot. Like that. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Now, what about that? Yes, that kind of echoes the shape we've got down there. So let's add that block in. Just came up with that just now. A new invention. We do need to stick on a roof on this. So /h sphere oxidized cut copper. I think 5 is probably good enough for a roof because it's a 5 wide tower. And again, let's pop in some purple stained glass for a little bit of a skylight. And I think that's pretty much our library done. Oh. What has happened here? Oh, I think I've brought my... No, I've made a whole... Oh, undo. Undo. I've made a whole sphere instead of just the top. So let me show you how that's done. So /gmask equals y greater than 139, greater than the z value, and then we can repeat it. And that helps us put on just a hemisphere instead of a whole sphere. What a complete numpty. Yeah, that's looking much better. Oh, I think I have to rejoin on my chains. Do you know what? I never like chains hanging off. I wonder if we come across here like this. I don't like chains hanging off glass. For me, that doesn't seem... I know it's a fantasy build, but we can't have chains hanging off glass, can we? And I know just the block, which has got little dots in the middle, which would go boom, right there. Maybe a wall block would look good as well. Should we try a wall? Wonder what a wall block would look like, actually. Will it join to the chains? No. This block it is. And that would be our little room up here, which is like all the secret rare books. And then this is the staff only bit. And we come along here. Look down into the library at all the noobs reading books. Climb down here. Library inspector passes the inspection. Ooh, can we get down these stairs without bumping our head? We just about can, so that works. And there we go. What a cool little library for our fantasy city. We can expand the city in any direction. What build do you think we should add to it next? Should we go south or north or further to the east? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Andyisyoda. Big shout out and thank you to Dark Saber for helping to build, and also for OMAD Tech as well. You guys rock. And Duke Lantorin as well helped build this as well. So thank you to those 3 people in particular. Thank you for watching. Take care for now. What's my catchphrase again? May the Blacks be with you. Ciao, ciao.